Just like a carpenter requires a toolbox with the correct tools to ply their trade, the same thing is true of a digital forensics analyst. They need the correct hardware and software. In this video, we're going to talk about digital forensics software. So besides having the correct hardware for disk imaging or even things like crime tape to seal off a scene, at the software level, there are some commonalities within digital forensics software. Most of them will support write blocking to protect any changes being made to originating data. This is often done through file and metadata hashing. A hash is a unique value based on the state of data, in this case when it was acquired. And we want to do that before we perform any kind of data analytics on acquired evidence. So commonalities of digital forensic software also includes the preservation of original evidence, safekeeping and tracking and correct date and timestamps. So often this will be conducted from a digital forensic workstation, where it might also perform OS and process analysis, looking for anomalies or looking to date and timestamp the state of an operating system and running processes at the time of evidence acquisition. There's also, in the same way, file system and RAM analysis at the time of evidence acquisition. Some digital forensic software that can be used is built into operating systems, like the standard Unix and Linux DD or disk dump command. This can also be used locally as well as remotely over the network, where we can capture slack and unallocated disk space on a disk, not just capturing what's in use. This way we can track things that were removed in the past. We can also send captured data using disk dump to a specific TCP or UDP port. Pictured in our example, we can see over the network a forensic analyst executing the SSH command to connect as root over the network to a device with a specific IP address and then remotely running the DD command. Now the DD command specifies an input file, in this case /dev/SDA, the entire disk, and the OF command for output file, where we're storing data in an image file called disk1.img in an acquired folder. Now, you must be careful when gathering evidence as to where you store this. Here it's being stored on the remote machine that we're SSH actioning into, but also any forensic analysis that captures the state of network connections and so on must account for the fact that we are connecting over the network to gather this evidence. The forensic toolkit is often called FTK. This is a widely used toolkit that includes many different forensic analysis tools, such as those related to disk scanning, deleted file recovery. It supports disk imaging and hashing. It also supports distributed processing for processing big data sets when we're conducting forensic analysis. This can be used to reduce case processing time. EnCase is another popular digital forensics tool suite that contains things that support automation by exposing APIs. It supports e-discovery or electronic discovery of evidence and also forensic data recovery and analysis. The Black Bag Macquisition tool is for Macintosh forensic imaging and analysis for MacBook Pros and MacBooks and MacBook Air devices. However, it's not designed to acquire data from iPhones or iPads. The X1 Social Discovery tool is also another e-discovery tool focused on social media content as related to sites like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, to name just a few, as well as visited websites and YouTube activity. Other common forensic software titles include various password crackers such as Cain and Abel, or the Helix tool, the sysinternal suite, and Celebrite. In this video, we talked about digital forensic software.